Hello, this is Hogas. I'm here with the Outpost 21 mods for Rimworld, which are Star Wars themed. It seems like nobody's done a mod showcase of them yet, so I figured I'd do one for my first mod showcase. So the first one I'm going to do is based on the Clone Wars era, so we've got installed the Hugs, Lib, Jex, Tools, Humanoid, Alien Races, Outer Rim Core, Outer Rim Toolbox prereqs. And the factions I have, and then I've got the Clone Wars General 1 and faction CIS Republic, and just for such giggles I'm putting Mandalore in there as well. So we're just going to start out, and we'll do, I think, CIS for this video. And then I'll just keep this mod load order for the rest of the Clone Wars ones. So we'll start a new colony, CIS, generate a world. Oh, okay, we can already see the new factions on here. CIS and Galactic Republic. It doesn't seem like Mandalore is on there. But, that said, I don't think there's a faction for them yet. Okay, so we'll just start off wherever, temperate, sure. So we've already got our battle droids with their backstories. Tactical droid. They have a social and intellectual. Okay, so let's just start with this. Your lander was shot down. You're unsure where the rest of the wreckage ended up, but your escape pods got away safe enough. The Republic are no doubt on their way. Prepare yourselves. Okay. Alright, well this looks pretty straightforward so far. There's a Tabana geyser. But everything else looks pretty vanilla. So they've just replaced the vents with Tabana geysers. We've got here droid repair parts. And, blaster rifles. And droid batteries. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the build menu. No, this is all the same. Okay, that's fairly normal. How about research? Any new research? Okay, so there is some Outer Rim research. Whoa, there's loads. We got Tabana processing, Duracrete and Durasteel processing, extraction of silver, zirconium, plasteel carbon, fabrication, vehicle fabrication, mineral processing, clone maturation. Well, as in CIS, we won't be doing that. And then there's a droid upgrade. Okay, lots of stuff here. So since we're in depth mode, let's just turn all of this on. Okay, so now I've put on all of the research. Let's see. Okay, yep, we've got mineral miners, which need to be manually operated, mineral processors, clone facilities, Tabana extractors, various fabricators, and it looks like that's about it. So there's plenty of new stuff here. Alright, well I'm just going to take a moment to set up a rudimentary base so we can try out some of this stuff. Okay, so I've set up here some small rudimentary rooms with each of the materials that we have now. So here's just a regular steel wall, steel door, steel floor, and a droid hibernation spot. I wouldn't assume that droids get a bonus for beds, but when I set up my main base, we'll see what happens. So in the meantime, I've just got this droid hibernation spot. So this is regular steel, 160 HP for the door, 350 HP for the walls. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can make floors out of the other materials. Let me just check I haven't missed anything from that. I thought you could even do it from plasteel, but I guess not. Oh well. So all of these floors are just made out of steel. So now we've got the plasteel, which is 980 for the wall, 450 for the door. Then up there we have durasteel, which looks to be the same as plasteel. Yes, it is the same. Okay. What are the stats on it? Okay, so it's basically exactly the same as plasteel, which is interesting. I guess just an alternative to plasteel. Then up from that there's duracrete, which is not as good as durasteel. So I guess duracrete is actually before durasteel. Oh well. And then duracrete, 0% flammability. Ah, I see. Okay. Whereas the durasteel has 20% flammability, like plasteel does. So the duracrete is less flammable, but it has less HP. Okay, that's interesting. Then we've got the Beskar, which I think is added by the Mandalorian mod, but I'm putting it in here anyway. So that's way better. This is, I guess, the high tier. And it has 0 flammability, so this is basically the best material that you can get. I set up each of the fabrication benches here, so we can test those out. This is the mineral processor, which I can fabricate durasteel and duracrete from. Carbon, zirconium, and steel. Carbon, zirconium, and stone chunks. I wonder where we get zirconium. Is it on the map? It doesn't seem to be. So maybe we can get that from traders and things later. Then there's the weapons fabricator. I can make a vibro sword, which I don't have yet. That's from durasteel and advanced components. There's the basic fabricator. I can make Sparty nutrient gel. Oh, I see. That's a healing thing. I can't make anything in the apparel fabricator, I guess, because they're droids. I can disassemble droids, make droid batteries, repair parts, repair kits, Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3 droid armor, and dual wrist blasters. And then I can create more droids. It doesn't seem to... Oh, yeah, okay. So there's durasteel and components. B2 droids are more durasteel, more components. And tactical droids are more durasteel and more components. Okay, so, I'll just try making some of these things. Okay, so I've just spawned in one of each of the weapons, and one of each of the droid armors, and also a bunch of materials. So I'm just going to make a tier 2 battle droid, and then we can equip these armors and see what they look like. Okay, so here are all of the droid. This one has the vibro sword. Well, it's called both a vibro blade and a vibro sword. It's worth a decent amount. Good accuracy. 17.5 melee damage per second and 67% armor pen. That's pretty good. And they're wearing the Mark III droid armor. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the droid armor is visible on their model, which is unfortunate. So let's do the... Who has the Mark III armor? Mark I armor, rather. Well, this guy has the blaster rifle. The blaster rifle has poor accuracy. 35% armor pen, 16 damage. That's still not bad. So I guess this guy here with the dual blaster has the Mark I armor. Wrist blaster has poor accuracy. 35% armor pen, 19 damage. Mark I droid armor has 75% sharp armor, 46% blunt armor, and 27% heat armor. The Mark II has slightly more of each. And the Mark III Oh, wow. That's a lot. 181%? Well, to be fair, it's because this is a masterwork, so it's 145 times percentage. So this isn't quite as... This is better than it should be. But, even with that considered, this, I think this is only an extra 20%. No. Final value, 181%. Okay, so this is almost twice as good as it should be. So, I shouldn't even be looking at this. I actually did install the wiki, I forgot to mention, so we can probably look up the armor in here. Here it is. Okay, so it looks like these are the base stats. See, the Mark III armor is still pretty good, even at lower qualities. So, by default, the Mark I armor is 75, 46, 27. Mark II is 80, 55, 37. The Mark III is 95, 125, and 108. Which is pretty good. Okay, so now that's been sorted out. Actually, let's look at the item stats for these weapons. The Dual Wrist Blaster. The Vibro Sword. The E5 Blaster. So see if we can get someone to make this droid. It looks like OH is doing it. Looks like it'll take quite a long time. Not too long. At least take a few minutes. So I'll just come back when it's done. Okay, so this droid's almost done now. In the meantime, I did make a bed to see if they would use it, but it seems like the droids don't even need beds. I just thought I would try it out and see if they get into it. So now the Super Battle Droid has been made. They have a different backstory. Melee and shooting +5, but they can't do a bunch of stuff. Well, to be fair, it looks like only the tactical droids can do medical, social, and intellectual. So that would be kind of interesting. It doesn't seem like he comes with any weapons, so I guess that's what the wrist blaster is for. So whoever's using the wrist blaster, this guy, I'll just give him his rifle back. Okay, so it looks like that's about it for now. The droids don't seem to need any food, which makes sense. They don't even have a food need. And when they get tired, it looks like they could just go to a droid spot to recharge. Just for laughs, I'll see if I can get them to sleep in the bed, but it doesn't seem like they'll do it. In the meantime, let's spawn a raid and see how they go. Let's do a raid of 100 points. To be honest, I don't even know where we are at points. Whether they'll be able to take these down or not. But let's do an immediate attack from the clones. Oh, friendlies? Why are they friendly? That doesn't make any sense. Hello? Am I allied with the They're neutral. Okay. That's interesting. I guess they're not hard-coded to, Oh, he's got an ambit sniper rifle. I guess they're not hard-coded to, be enemies, which is mildly interesting. Let's just see if I can kill him. Oh, there's something here. Oh, just more droid packets. Okay, they'll be hostile now, right? Well, we managed to get him quite good. Oh, frostbite. What's that from? Oh, a scar, okay. Yeah, it looks like this guy was kind of weak anyway. He's only wearing regular armor. Let's see if I can summon a bigger raid. Now that they're hostile, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's do 300 points. No, they're still friendlies. Okay. Okay, now they're hostile. Because it went below 75. Okay. Let's see if I can catch up to him. It seems like I'm gaining, maybe. That would be kind of funny if the droids are faster. Maybe, nah, didn't quite get there. Okay. So it seems like that's about it. The droids don't really have anything amazing. I guess they're just like a big army of drones. I thought you could make vehicles in this. Well, I guess that's not in the mod yet. So for the time being, it looks like that's it for the CIS. Thanks for coming. So just an addendum, because I didn't notice that one of these clone facilities, I guess it's supposed to be a vehicle facility. It says for making vehicles. Let's see if we can make anything with this. Nope, there's in fact nothing to do in it, so I suppose this is not in the mod yet. Another thing I forgot to mention just before we go is the Tabana extractor. It extracts Tabana. That seems like it's about it, really. And that's how you get Tabana.